Welcome back to CFB Enthusiasts, y'all. My name is Jimmy. That's Patrick. It's just gonna be us two today. Jacob is doing a scrimmage right now. He is a defensive coordinator. So he's a coach, so he's doing coach duties right now. But today, as y'all can tell by the title and thumbnail, we are about to do our week zero prediction, the first prediction episode of the season. Today we have Iowa State versus Kansas State, a top 25 matchup in week zero in Dublin, Ireland. I'm excited. Pat, I know
Super
you're
excited.
excited for this one.
Yes, sir.
A rare neutral site conference game in the Big 12.
Man.
About with two teams that are pretty evenly matched, I would say. But before we continue and give you our prediction, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, follow CFB enthusiast, CFB underscore enthusiast on Instagram.
Yes,
Obviously,
sir.
subscribe here. If you believe college football just like we do, you'll love it over here, right? So we're going to be coming out with more content as the season is kicking off and it's going to, get going. So I want y'all to be a part of the community we're going to be building here. So without further ado, let's get into this thing, man. Um, Initial thoughts on this matchup, Pat. Like I said, two evenly matched teams in the Big 12, two teams that are vying for, a conference championship
Yep.
and are more than likely going to be there by the end of it. How are you feeling about this matchup?
I'm excited for it. Um, I feel like it's rare that we see, like you said, a conference neutral site, much less across different country.
Right.
Um, I, it's kind of funny. I feel like they picked just two random teams, and we're like, all right, let's send them to Ireland. But no, it's gonna be a good game. Um, big Big 12 battle. I think winner, like you said, conference championship ties. I think winner of this is big for them because that's already loser has one loss already in the conference, and I like we were saying last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, the Big 12 is gonna be there's a lot of teams that can win it. It's wide open. I feel like
Right.
there's a good amount of teams, so this is big. I'm excited though to see Avery Johnson in that offense with Chris Kleiman. I think you had him in your top 10 last week or honorable
Yeah.
mention. Great coach. I mean, all they do is win over there. Same with Iowa State and Matt Campbell. So I'm excited to see not only the coaching matchup because they're going to both try to out scheme each other, but it's going to be a fun game. You got two veteran QBs returning for their third and fourth year, so you're not going to see a lot of rust on that. Um, I'm excited. It's the Big 12. I feel like you usually see a lot of offense, but these are two teams that are known for their defense as well. So I'm excited, and I think the fans in Ireland are definitely going to get a good game to watch.
I think they definitely will. Like I said, two evenly matched teams. I want to go to Avery Johnson. I think he's going
Yeah.
to be the X factor
Oh, for
for
sure.
not only this game, but for Kansas State this entire season and their playoff hopes. It's all going to be contingent on Avery Johnson's development
Yep.
and decision making. Last year, he showed some flashes. It was pretty good. Got to work on the completion percentage. Only
Yeah.
completed 50% of his throws. He was second on the team in rushing. He threw for over 2,700 yards, 25 touchdowns, 10 interceptions. You want to see that number below 10. But overall, not too bad, considering that they shipped off Will Howard to Ohio State and we saw what he was able to do with the Buckeyes.
Yeah.
But Dylan Edwards is back. He's going to be the bell cow for them, or at least that's what a lot are thinking. He's a little bit undersized, which is my concern. They do have another running back, Joe Jackson, I believe, who I think can get a lot of carries as well. I think Dylan Edwards is a great option out of the backfield for Avery Johnson, and that creates a pretty dynamic backfield. Honestly,
Oh
if
yeah.
you ask me, pretty dynamic backfield. Uh, their offense last year was pretty solid. The thing that held them back, like I mentioned, was Avery Johnson's decision making at times, and turnovers late in ball games that kind of cost them in a few of those games there that kept them out of the Big 12 championship. If we're being honest, On the flip side, we have Rocco Betts, who is one of the more underrated quarterbacks in college football. I honestly think we're going to see just how good Rocco Beck is this season now that his top two wide receivers are gone, who were absolute monsters last year, Jalen Noel and
Jay
but
Higgins.
well Higgins,
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 right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Higgins, Higgins. So Jane Higgins, that's his name. Yeah, yeah. So those two guys were absolute monsters. They both went over 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
And we think Rocco Becht was a huge beneficiary of it. Not saying he wasn't good, but he's losing his top two dogs, and he's going to have to replace them. They do bring in some guys from the transfer portal. We're going to see how they integrated right then and there. With that being said, I do think Iowa State's going to be a little bit more of a run first team this year heading into it. They have both of their running backs from last year returning. They combined for over 1,200 yards. So you
Great.
got
That's good.
veteranship in the backfield. And you have the offensive line who's returning a lot of their starters. So this is going to be a really good game. Both defenses are obviously stout, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
I think that Kansas State is going to have to improve in their pass defense. Last year, they actually ranked 77th in pass defense, which is not that good. Um,
Right.
definitely needs work on. I think they were top. I think they were top 10 in run defense though, so it kind of balanced out, and they ended up like 49th in defense, points per game wise. So I think they
Oh, it
have
sounds like the Big
questions to
12.
be answered in the back end, but
Yeah.
luckily they're not going against Higgins and Noel this year, so they have a little bit more. They have a
Yeah.
little bit more leeway to figure it out in the secondary. They had issues with them last year in that matchup. On the flip side, Iowa State's defense, they were ravaged by injury last year. A lot of their linebackers were hurt. A lot of key players were hurt for them, which is a huge reason why Arizona State and Cam Scatterbo ran all over him and blew him out the building in Jerry World in the Big 12 championship game. So hopefully they can stay injury free as much as possible
Yeah.
because they have really good defense themselves. Um,
But that's the thing with Iowa State is I feel like even when they're just so well coached with Matt Campbell, even if guys are out, the next man up, they might not be as good, but they're gonna go in and they're gonna give you a hard fought fight. Like
right.
they're gonna leave it all on the field. They're gonna give you everything they have.
They're not going to
Um,
beat themselves. They're
no,
gonna they're gonna be gritty.
no, and like you said, I think we'll see what Rocco Beck can really do, but he's a veteran. And like I said, he doesn't really make stupid mistakes. So if he can stay consistent or good like he was last year with the new receivers, I think yeah, it's gonna be an exciting game. I don't I don't know who I have winning yet. I'm still debating.
It's a toss up for sure. Like I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I was thinking about it for a while myself, but um, like I said, it's gonna come down to Avery Johnson.
Yeah.
If he takes a massive step forward this season and becomes the player that a lot were making him out to be when he first got to Kansas State, Kansas State is gonna make the playoffs.
Oh
They're
yeah.
my preseason Big 12 champion, which means they're going to make the college football playoff. And I think a huge reason is going to be because Avery Johnson is going to take his game to the next level. I
Yeah.
forgot to mention Jace Brown, his top receiver, is back. So they have that continuity going. He's a real explosive receiver. So if Avery Johnson can make plays and avoid, it's not even making plays. It's avoiding the negative plays because
Yeah.
Avery Johnson's going to make plays. He's dynamic. He's going to make plays with his feet. He's going to extend plays. It's going to come down to him not making the crucial
Yeah.
mistakes that he
Does he
made
take that
last
step
season.
forward from last year and cut down on those? Oh, it's his first 4 year starting kind of mistakes. Now you have that under your belt.
Right,
Can you minimize those now? Because yeah, like you
right,
said, K State's gonna only go as far as he takes them.
exactly. So
Yeah.
looking at that, plus on the other hand, as great as Rocco Beck was in a lot of areas last year that Iowa State offense was last year, he only completed 59% of his passes last season, and he had two beasts at receiver. Those guys are gone.
Nah.
So I hope it doesn't get any worse than 59% because if
Then
so,
that's bad.
then that's really bad. So you would have thought he completed a higher percentage of his throws with those two guys on the outside, but
Yeah.
he only threw 59%. So there's questions to be answered about Rocco and how good he is. We're
Yeah.
gonna see what happens. We're gonna see. Um, that being said, I think Kansas State's gonna win this game. I think they're going to cover the spread. I think it's at 3 right now. I think it's 3 point spread.
That's it.
Which it's tough, but I got Kansas State winning 27-20. It's going to be a lower scoring, gritty game. It's going to be tough all the way through, but I think Kansas State makes just a couple more plays to squeak by in Dublin with this game.
Yeah. I like that. I think the more we talk about it, I, I th- excuse me, I'll go with K State as well. Um, I just think their offense is like we're talking about. DJ, is DJ Giddens gone? He graduated.
He is gone. That's why, yeah, Dylan
Okay,
Edwards
that's what
is
I
number
thought.
one. Yep.
Um, yeah, with Dylan Edwards, like I said, I know he's smaller, but he's dynamic. Avery Johnson's dynamic. I think that duo is going to be too much for the Iowa State defense. Close game, hard fought battle. I'm gonna go. We'll go. 20, or we'll go 31-20. I think it's close. K State scored a touchdown late. 24-20 scored a touchdown late to put it away. Win 31-20. And it, yeah, I just think that backfield will be too much for Iowa State.
I agree, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one. And like I said, this could be a rematch of the Big 12 title game. Who knows?
Yeah. And
But
I it's better to lose early than it is late. And this is gonna be an
right,
early conference loss for somebody. So they can bounce back and maybe not lose another conference game or just lose one. That puts one or two losses on the year. That should still get them the loser in the title game because they both
right.
have conference title potential for sure. Just Iowa State with Matt Campbell, I think was always going to be competing for Big
Oh,
12
for
title.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Do you think he ever leaves or no? Because he's turned down
Honestly,
big
if
offers.
if if he would have left, he would have left already.
Yeah.
I think he's had opportunities. I'm not really sure what schools. I can't really remember off the top of my head what schools he really had an opportunity to go to.
I
But I
think
felt like Nebraska would have been a really good place for him.
Nebraska. I
He
think
stayed in the Midwest.
Jacob brought it up to me the other day. Um, Auburn. I think Auburn could be really successful with him.
Mm, I like
Or
that.
I don't know if he. I really don't know if he'll leave. I mean, why? Why leave? You know, you're at Toledo for so long. You have something good at Iowa State. You're getting paid nice. You'll never get fired. So maybe he likes the job security. Um, but that I feel like yeah, year in year out, that's always going to be a big name on the. This job is open. This is going to be one of the top potential coaches. But it's just does he want to leave?
Right. Him and being at Iowa State, it's going to give him that job security.
Yeah,
It's going to give him the ability to honestly be up there to win the conference every single year
and get in the
because how the
playoffs
Big
with
12 is
that.
constructed
Yeah,
versus you have a bigger opportunity and yeah, you have a higher ceiling, but there's going to be a lot more pressure at a place like Auburn, a
yeah,
place like Nebraska.
and it's a harder path to get into the playoffs. Like
Right.
you said, saying Iowa State Big 12 might not be the best conference per se, but you win it, you're in the playoffs. It doesn't matter
Right.
about who's the better conference. It just matters about you won. So
And
yeah,
honestly, with you saying that, I do think not only Matt Campbell, but other guys who are at smaller schools will stay at those smaller schools because you win your conference, you're in the playoffs no matter what.
yeah,
And you're
and
able to
yeah,
get a top 4 seed.
yeah, like Chris Kleiman at K State, or even Kenny Dillingham at Arizona State. Like they're why leave? You know, or
Right.
another one, Spencer Danielson at Boise. Why
Mm,
leave? You can
yeah.
win the Mountain West every year and get in. I don't know. He just left in my college football season for uh oh USC.
That's funny.
Yeah.
That I can see that happening.
Yeah. Lincoln Riley
Lincoln
went back
Riley,
to
you better.
OU.
Did he really?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
All right, we both got Kansas State. I like
Yes,
that.
sir.
One more piece of news before we're off of here. The SEC has just announced they are going to a 9-game conference schedule.
Finally.
Long overdue.
Finally.
We're done with Mercer in November. We're done with playing the Citadel. We're done with playing Austin P and all these
Georgia
random FCS,
Southern. Yeah.
Georgia Southern, and all these random FCS schools and lower tier group of 5 teams. Enough of that.
Yeah.
We'll replace those games with another conference game.
And
And
it
then on
said
top of that,
okay, good.
yeah, I was just saying, and then on top of that, you have to play a ACC, Big Ten, or Big 12 school
Yeah.
in the non-conference. So I love it. I love it.
Was that one of the stipulations?
What was that?
Was that one of the stipulations of the agreement? They have to play.
Yeah,
I didn't
you
even
have
see that. I missed
you
that.
have it's must. You have to schedule an ACC, Big Ten, or ACC, Big Ten, or Big 12 opponent in your schedule. It,
I like that.
so you can't just have those 3 cupcakes in the beginning of the season and call it the day, like what Tennessee did the other year or last year or 2 years ago. That was terrible.
Yeah. I like that though, because I mean, yeah, it's a harder schedule for the SEC teams, and then the non-conference other group of other Power Three teams getting scheduled. But I think with playing now 9 conference games, and you have to schedule a Big Ten, Big 12 for ACC in your non-conference, it's gonna it's gonna allow a lot more parity every year in the playoffs
Right.
than just seeing the same SEC teams, ACC teams. Because yeah, it's not a conference loss if the ACC or Big 12 or Big 10 loses, but that's still a loss. You can still win your conference, perhaps, but you still have a lot. You're still gonna have a hard fought loss. But I also like it for the other Power Three conferences. It allows them, they can't just schedule a cupcake non conference either. They're gonna have an SEC
Right.
team scheduled on there. So I think yeah, it's good. I like that. I didn't even know that was in there. I like that a lot for college football. It'll give us more marquee matchups too, more entertaining games to
Yes.
watch. Not just oh great, we got week 2 Bama versus I don't know who they play, or just any of those little teams. Like it's great. What's the point of watching this? You know, so
Chattanooga or Kent State or whatever.
yeah. So or like even South Carolina. I mean Clemson when they play the Citadel. Like you won't really see
Yeah.
that because they're gonna have an SEC team on there. So I really like that a lot. That's honestly super cool. I didn't even see that on there. When I like that. That's awesome.
On top of that, they will continue the single standings, which means they're just going to keep the divisions out of it. So it's going to be how it was last year.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Each each school will play 3 locked protected
You
opponents,
see that.
which they're going to keep that going. They
Yeah,
started that last year. They're going to keep that going. So, for
I like that.
example, Texas every year is going to play Oklahoma, Texas A&M, and Arkansas, no matter what.
The rivalries keep it strong.
And then on top of that, you're going to play 6 random SEC teams.
Oh, so it'll change every year.
So it'll rotate. A group of 6 SEC teams you will play.
Yeah.
If it's to my understanding, you'll play 3 of them home, 3 of them away. The next year, either the next year you go. I think either the next year you flip the home versus road against those 6 teams, or I think it's you play the other 6 teams home and away, mix and match. And then you flip it on the third year with that first group of 6 teams you played. So
Yeah,
in a 4 year period, you're gonna in a 4 year period, you're gonna play every team in your conference, home and away.
I actually, yeah, that's honestly a
So
really
I
good
like that
thing.
a lot. No
Yeah,
one's stuck in no smoke. Everyone's schedule is gonna be hard.
yeah,
And on top of that, I think Georgia, I think Texas A&M has been in the SEC what 13 years now. Georgia's never played at Texas A&M
really,
in 13 years in a conference. How's that possible?
they're scared.
So no
That's
more
just
running from
crazy.
nobody. Nobody's running from nobody. And the thing is, when these strength to schedule polls come out, SEC, SEC, SEC,
Yeah,
SEC, 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 it's
which
gonna
is,
be a lot harder now.
but it's fair because I mean the SEC is it's the best conference. We can't really deny that.
Right.
But it's gonna help. Obviously, like say, yeah, but that's cool. I mean, constant rotation of so it's not just not playing a team at home in 13 years or one of the. I know A&M might not. We make the jokes about Texas 8-4, but they still have one of the most electric home atmospheres. Like it's hard to go into Kyle Field and win.
Right.
Um, so that'd be
Hold
cool.
on, I gotta say this. I'm looking at the on Twitter, right? At
Yeah.
the at the graphic the SEC posted when they said they were going to a 9 game conference schedule. Someone commented, someone tweeted, Mercer's about to go bankrupt.
They're not getting that fat check to go get
Yeah, they're
wrecked.
not getting that $1 million every year from a random SEC team.
That's speaking of Mercer. I remember. I think it was. Yeah, I was it our freshman. Nah, might have been our freshman year, sophomore year maybe. Whatever year Duke lost to Mercer and um the college basketball tournament. Our health
Right.
teacher, her last name was Mercer. Her grandfather, I think, founded the university, did something with the university. And Jacob, being the big Duke fan, made a bet with her. I don't remember. We'll have to ask him what the bet was. He was like, "Oh, Duke's gonna win. I'll bet you this." And Duke didn't win. He lost the bet.
Oh
uh,
my gosh. That was the
I,
Jabari Parker year, I believe.
I think so, right? Yeah,
Jabari
because
Parker, Rodney Hood, and all them.
CJ McCollum upset Austin Rivers, right?
Yep, yep.
Yep,
He
yep, yep,
beat
yep.
that team. Yep. I think that was what the 2 years before. Yeah,
2010? No,
2012.
2012. Sorry, 10. They won the
Right.
title. Yeah. So yeah, it was
Oh,
14. Yeah, so that was our freshman year. What were you saying? Sorry.
you can also schedule Notre Dame. So ACC,
Oh,
Big 12, Big 10, or Notre Dame.
that's fair. I mean,
Which
they're
I
gonna always
like that
be
a
up.
lot.
Yeah, I like that. Makes Notre Dame have a harder non-conference schedule too, because I feel like sometimes they've been
Yeah.
having a cupcake
Well,
schedule.
they're probably gonna decline these offers from these SEC teams. If we're being
Oh,
honest
yeah,
with you.
absolutely, and just stick with their.
They're gonna play five. They're gonna play five ACC teams like they've been playing every year. They're gonna play like two Big Ten teams, and then the rest is gonna be Group of Five or Navy and Army and shit like that.
Hey, let Notre Dame do Notre Dame. No disrespect to them, but I just
they
you know
they doing their own thing.
yeah, my stance on them. I think they're always overrated as hell.
We
So we'll
are
see.
9 days away from the full college football season being back, y'all. We can't wait. Like I said, make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're watching this on YouTube, we're gonna be making more episodes like this every single week for y'all. So if you bleed college football just like we do, make sure to show some love down below and share this to a friend or family member who's also passionate about college football. Follow us on Instagram, CFB_enthusiast. That's where you're going to find a lot of our short form content. And then on Twitter, I think we're CFB Enthusiast One. So go ahead and give us a follow there as well. So that being said, clean sweep. I got Kansas State. Pat has Kansas State, and I forgot to mention Jacob has Kansas State as well. He
Okay,
said
yeah,
he
he
said
did
go
say that.
Wildcats. He
He
said go
did say that.
Wildcats. So Clean sweep,
If you
so that means
clean
Iowa
sweep, yeah.
State's probably gonna win.
I hope not.
But yeah, we're gonna be keeping track of the picks this year
Yeah,
too.
I
So
like
we're
that.
gonna see who comes out on top with the picks this year. So
Clever.
that
Very
being
sneaky.
said, this is Jimmy from CFB Enthusiast. That's Pat. We're out.
Thank you guys for
Peace.
tuning in. Peace.